year? What are you, 28? 29?
27.
Oh, Jesus. 27.
All right, you know, young but not too young.
Yeah, I'm W.
Basically half.
I'm W. Yeah, no, I'm W. Yeah, right. I'll be 50,
Basically half, yeah.
I'll be 54 in 6 months.
Guys, doing something special today. I got a guest here. It's my homie. This is Scott. I'm gonna put his Instagram out. It's Scott SP Coaching Miami. I believe that's right.
That's
yeah.
it, SP Coaching
Miami. So it's old school versus new school. So
That's it.
got a little older generation. What do you say, like Gen X?
Gen X versus a millennial.
Gen X versus millennial, right now.
I'm double his age. He's 27. I'm 54.
Double the age, double the
age.
wisdom as well. So I'm excited to learn.
Maybe not. I'm taking his wisdom.
We're gonna learn some stuff. I'm gonna go through some old school little arm workout and I'll show y'all kind of what like the old guys used to do back in the day. Obviously it works pretty well. He's freaking jacked. So we're gonna go through an old school arm day. We'll go through some questions as well. So if you're older, the older population in his age range of 50 plus is gonna help you a lot. But also if you got moms, dads, grandmas, uncles, aunts, anyone who wants also to get in shape, this is your guy right here. So let's get it. Here we go.
Let's go.
Old school arm day.
Yeah.
So you kind of, I'll let you kind of lead.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see like what you.
All right.
Because I got the new, obviously the new school. I'm the the younger generation. So
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
I want to see the old school stuff.
The old school. Not much has changed. We keep it simple. Keep it simple. Get the pump. I like still a lot of volume.
Okay.
I like a lot of volume. I like to get.
And you think just in general for like older population of people, it's better to go. You think it's better for an older population like 50 plus to go heavier weights or more higher volume like that?
I like to do probably a little more volume.
Okay.
I would say moderate. Obviously push what you can push, but especially with arms, we're not trying to go max. We're not trying to do PRs on arms.
Yeah.
Arms, you want to get definitely higher reps.
Okay.
15 reps. I'm trying to get 50. I'm trying to get 15, 20 reps on every set. Every set. I want a lot of blood. I want a lot of blood in my arms. A lot
I
of
like
blood.
that.
A lot of blood in the shoulders.
It's like smaller tissue areas, smaller muscles.
Shoulders and arms, ton of blood in.
Yes.
Number one thing for the over 50 pop is we need to stay injury free. Injury free because that's going to keep us going for a long time.
Shit, me too.
Yeah. No. That applies to everybody.
That's all I care about.
And you start now. Making sure to stay injury free, you can still train into your 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s.
Exactly.
I have a client who's 82, and he's still going hard.
So start when you're my age, so you can do it at your age.
Absolutely.
Exactly. There you go. Let's go. It's probably like a tricep push down, KO push down. Do you do supersets?
I do.
Like go back and forth, like bicep, tricep kind of thing?
Yep, I'll definitely do that.
Like contrast training?
I'll kind of base that on how the gym is. If my gym's not super busy, then I'll jump back and forth.
Yeah, obviously.
Today is like a perfect setup. We could jump back and forth if you want to jump back and forth.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Try by.
Yeah, I'm down for that. So go what, like 15, 20-ish here?
Yeah, 15,
and also,
20.
And also, I think key point too though, not just stopping at 15 or 20, but finding a weight that makes you stop, makes you fail.
Absolutely.
Between 15 and 20.
I like to go right up until failure every
Exactly, because obviously I could put like 30 pounds on there and crank out 20 reps and no big deal. But like, you obviously want to use a weight. When you get to like that 20, it's like you're struggling.
You know you're
struggling. Okay, cool. So 15 to 20, basically failure here, straight into a barbell.
And then straight into barbell curl.
Straight curl.
Yep.
Let's do it. Okay. I thought you got to jack me up today.
Yeah, no, he's strong. He's going to be a little stronger than me today. Yeah. I will reach failure a little quicker today because we're going a little heavier. Good, good, strong, good.
So that was perfect.
And usually,
I was right at 20.
Yep, perfect. And doing arms, you can go a little quicker pace. We're not doing heavy squats today.
Versus like compound movements.
We want to take a longer rest.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Exactly.
And you're going to need a longer rest.
Yeah, he ain't got no choice, honestly.
Yeah, arms, we can go fast. Not that much rest. Yep, and that's right there. 20 right on the dot. Last set, I'm done.
Like perfect.
I'm done at 20. I'm done at 20.
Yeah, that's like perfect.
Biceps, another one too. Very simple movement that people overcomplicate. You'll see people going too heavy in their
using momentum and inertia.
Right, nice and strict, nice and easy.
Right, I tell people all the time, like let the muscle do the movement. It's that simple.
There shouldn't be any swinging.
Purposeful, intentional reps.
Biceps is not a something where you're trying to impress somebody with a lot of
Absolutely
weight. Nice lightweight. This is a 60-pound.
Everyone thinks they should.
Yep, this is a 60-pound barbell. It's plenty.
So that's crushing me right now. So here's a question I got for you, old man. What do you think's changed the most since, say, like the Arnold era versus like this era?
Yeah,
because obviously, because bodybuilding definitely started, I think, in that's when like the golden age,
yeah, that
right?
was definitely the goal. Yeah.
But obviously, it's still huge now.
And I was a kid during that time.
So you're heavily influenced by it, yeah.
My dad trained, so I grew up as a little kid in the 70s at these gyms. And it's funny, I was listening to a podcast today, and they were talking about the same thing. Obviously, equipment.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
They have equipment now that is so specialized.
Yeah, that's so true.
Especially if you have injuries.
That's a great point.
If you have injuries, you can still, you can still get like there's people with shoulder injuries, but now the shoulder machines are so smooth and so isolated, you can still use them. You can still do a show,
Dude, that's something I know for a fact that's so spot on, because I look at me now, you may have a different perspective a little bit, but dude, I look at those older movements as, those foundational exercises, like do your barbell bench press, dude, I think those movements now compared to what we have now are terrible.
Yeah.
Like, as in terms of, for me, like I messed up my shoulder really bad doing a lot of like overhead
100%.
pressing with barbell, like barbell bench press. And I think, like, don't get me wrong, it works. But in terms of like risk versus reward, I just look at those older movements as like, they're just, what's the word? They're just like, they're underdeveloped in terms of like, what we have now for the machinery. It literally follows the exact muscle fiber, like striation
100%.
pattern.
I just tried a new machine right there, and it was 2 sets. It felt like I had a full workout.
So, and that's I think a huge problem now with everyone. They look back on those golden age bodybuilders
100%.
and they think that's the only way to do it. When now it's like, honestly, like we're way more developed now in terms of a scientific approach to growing
100%.
muscle and getting stronger. That, like, don't get me wrong, if you have barely any access to you don't have a multi-million-dollar facility, for sure, barbell bench press,
and that's
all that stuff, dumbbells all day.
That's a perfect point.
Yeah.
We can still get it done
exactly
with a pair of dumbbells.
all day.
If you give he or I a pair of dumbbells, we'll still get a full workout.
No questions asked.
We'll get a full workout.
So I think that's huge.
Don't think because you don't have access to a multi-million-dollar gym, which we know is not on every corner.
Do you like going more closer grip or more wider grip?
I kind of split it up. I'll kind of go one a little wider, one a little closer.
Because obviously, like, one's gonna be more like long head, one's more short head.
Yep. I like doing both.
I think regardless. I'm gonna go wider. I'm gonna go. I think I went closer last time, so I'm gonna go a little wider.
Yep. Good. It's intense. Good. Oh.
Yeah, 19.
People don't realize you can fatigue on an arm work. People think arm work is easy. Boom, it's just not. Nah, you will fatigue on an arm work. Absolutely.
Dude,
Yep. If
I'm
you're
getting
doing
blasted,
it
right?
Yep. Yeah. See, now I'll go a little bit closer in. Yep.
45 plus, 50 plus, right? Like, what would you give more priority? If you could only work out, say, like 3 days a week, right? For some reason, if your life only allows you for 3 days to go work out, are you gonna go hit more weights or more cardio? What's gonna be your go-to? Weights or cardio?
Definitely more weights.
50 plus. Weights?
If you have 3 days a week to get access to weights, take the weights. The other days, you can sneak in
the cardio
and sneak in at least a walk. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a full-time everything. You can get in a 30-minute walk. There's
100%.
nobody that can't fit in a 30-minute walk.
Yeah, that's just pure laziness.
But the strength training, if you have access to 3 days a week strength training, do it.
Priority weights.
Do it. And for my older 50 crew, my number one priority with my clients is leg strength, because that's where the majority of them are lacking.
Because you hear it all the time. I mean, for me, like as a younger guy, like
the 25 crew, they want chest and biceps. Over 50 crew, we need legs.
But you hear it all the time. Like an older, you can see your grandma or grandpa, they fall, like they break their hip, or they break their leg so easily. I think because the bone density, obviously, you lose that bone density over time.
The science is out now. It's proven. Losing leg strength as we age is. Things are not going to end well. We'll just say that.
I agree.
Things are not going to end well. If you're able to maintain leg strength as you get into 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s,
dude.
Number one, most important.
I found there was like a little study. They did like a I forgot what it's called exactly when they put like actual they take like a sample of
whatever
that's called. I forgot what it's called. I can't think of it right now. But they basically did like a kind of like a skin graft or say like kind of like a cut through like diagram of it was a 74-year-old like Ironman athlete, triathlete, and then a 74-year-old like sedentary man.
Sure.
And literally like number one, like the sedentary man, like his bone or his muscle was completely just like marbled with like fat and stuff. And then like, and also his bone density was like almost half the size. The diameter of the bone was half the size, way more brittle, obviously, compared to the Ironman triathlete, Ironman guy. He had like no fatness muscle.
Absolutely.
Same amount of density in the legs overall, but sedentary was like fat and muscle. Ironman athlete was pure muscle, and his bone density was like twice the size.
And
but it shows you, if you don't use it, you lose it. It's basically that simple.
And we can even talk to the 17 and 18-year-olds too, because they're the ones that are just starting out. If you put that in your mind early on to prioritize legs, then we don't even have to have this conversation 20, 30 years later.
Dude, and that's why I think sports are so important as a kid. Because for me, like, I didn't think about that shit as a kid. All I thought about, was playing football. It was an indirect, basically, attachment to having strong legs. Everyone asked me, like, what do you do for your legs? I'm like, do you have it? I do like leg. I do leg hypertrophy training like once a month maybe. Versus I got all this like size and density in my quads and hamstrings and glutes from playing football for so long, from like 12 years old all the way up until we know legs 21.
Football is all legs. And the other thing that you don't realize too, training your legs, especially doing compound movements like squats, it makes your whole body grow. When you squat, your upper body grows. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Cheat code.
Yep.
It's a cheat code. Yeah, I'm feeling juicy, let me tell you.
No, I definitely got a little pump. Yeah, a little pump going.
Got me feeling juicy right now.
Yep.
The old school stuff still works, man.
A little electrolytes with the sodium, because we like our sodium.
That's right.
We like
hey, I want to tell you, that's the other thing too.
Yeah.
Like, we have the exact same mindset when it comes to nutrition. Like, people my age, 23, 24, 28, like the younger, I push the same exact principles that he does as well. So it doesn't change. Like, it's pretty simple, guys. Like, when it comes to nutrient density and pure non-toxic food, like that's all it really is. High protein, high saturated, nutrient dense fats. Like, it's what keeps you feeling and thriving and feeling amazing today, and also what keeps you feeling thriving and longevity with life longer
whole
as
eggs,
well.
Whole eggs,
cholesterol.
Boom. Grass-fed, grass-finished beef. Very simple. Obviously, if you want your salmon, it doesn't have to be beef all the time. You want as long as it swims or flies, you can mix that in there too.
Yeah. And I think too is also like when it comes from where it comes from, like the source of where it comes from. Because you obviously can go to Walmart and get a bunch of bullshit, nasty chicken and stuff, but like you want the most pure, like the pasture raised, the grass. So what's actually that's a good question.
Yeah.
What do you, as 53, 54, like obviously you want to maintain muscle. You're also trying to stay alive, feel good, longevity-wise. Like, what are you eating for your goals?
For my 50-year-old who is still I'm trying to maintain muscle, but I'm also still trying to gain muscle.
Yeah.
I'm not, at 54, I'm not satisfied with the status quo. I'm still trying to get bigger, faster, stronger, 100%.
So how are you doing that?
Morning for me.
Nutritionally.
Morning for me is because we're up early with clients in the morning.
Yeah.
I do a big super duper grass-fed whey protein powder in the morning.
Okay.
I'll make a whole shake in the morning because I'm out the door early.
Yeah.
Second meal is my big meal. 4 whole pasture-raised eggs, 4 ounces of ground beef, grass-fed beef.
Yep.
I'll do half an apple. And
same breakfast. Had the same breakfast morning.
And my Pellegrino. That's it. And then I'll do the reverse for night. I'll do 8 ounces of ground beef and 2 whole eggs.
Gotcha.
So I'll mix it up.
So basically, so a typical day is just eggs, it's ground beef.
That's it. And then my treat
some basic fruit like apples, bananas, oranges, blueberries.
And my treat at night is Greek yogurt. Yeah.
With some honey, with a little berries
honey,
in there.
That's it. Perfect. That's it. That's my treat. I'll take that over a bowl of ice cream.
All day.
In a heartbeat.
All day. Dude, I don't tell this to people, but as soon as I notice that, like, when I find out where your true priorities actually do lie, is I'll find out eventually.
Yeah.
I'll find out eventually.
Yeah.
When I do find out, like, I don't always say, I'm not your dad. I'm not your parent. I'm not your coach. Not your child. Like, you're not my child, kind of thing. So, you're a grown adult. You're over the age of 21, in my opinion. If you truly cannot understand that health and paying for quality food and not spending money on a bunch of alcohol, trying to impress girls, buying the designer clothes and shit. When you hate your body and you complain to me how much you hate the way you look, how you feel, but yet I still see you 2 and 3 weeks in, like, you know, going and still going out, still kind of like partying a little bit, spending $100 on a dinner for no reason. I'm like, okay, you complain about not having the access to the food or can't spend the money on the food and the access to the gym, quote unquote, whatever, et cetera, X, Y, Z, the third.
Sure.
But yeah, I see you on the weekends spending on unnecessary bullshit. It's like, so where's the priority? You've shown me. You ain't gotta tell me. You've shown me what it is. So.
And then the number one killer in my age group, in the over 50 age group, you know, obviously nutrition aside, you know, we'll say the word and we won't have to go into it anymore. Is alcohol. Alcohol is it. The guys my age that are still putting in days drinking are just, the difference is dramatic. I mean, the movement. The number one thing I see is just their movement. Their movement is so poor, and it's a shame. You know, it's a shame that doesn't have to be there, but that's a whole nother topic.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll feel that all on this inner head right there, as opposed to what we're doing push downs, that outer. This one hits that whole inner head right there.
All right, I like this. Under those before. I like this.
And you're right here, driving it straight to the ground.
This is why I love cables.
Yeah.
Because honestly, there's so much variation with it. But also, too, I mean, the biggest thing I tell people, like when it comes to obviously muscle building purposes, like tension is key. And I think with a cable,
super duper.
No matter if you're here or there, you still have the same amount of tension pushing in that muscle the whole time.
And again, too, guys with injury problems, I mean, you're talking about zero implications, zero back, zero shoulder. You got shoulder back problems, all this stuff is doable. You can do, you know, you can still come in and get, you know, especially obviously, you know, what we have access to. But don't think if you're sitting there and saying, oh, I got a bad back, I got a herniated disc. I just had a guy do a full leg routine this morning. He's got a bulging disc. You know, we did a full routine.
I did too for years.
Yeah,
I finally got it cured a little bit now, but yeah, I mean, there's, again, will there's a way. You said it earlier, if there's a will, there's a way. Everyone always has an excuse. And obviously, like, the more things you can find wrong, obviously the more reason you're gonna have not to go. So I mean,
that old saying, I can't work out because my back hurts. No, it should be, I need to go work out because my back hurts.
Exactly.
You know,
that's huge.
That's it.
That's fire. That's a bomb right there. Yeah, that's a bomb right. I think obviously for a lot of people, what happens is you get like some little small tweak or injury per se, like when you're younger, like at any moment, and without realizing it, you start overcompensating in different areas, little by little.
Right.
And so obviously as you get older, you'll find out, like I also work with like an older population, and we'll figure out like where the tweak happened and why, like, say one area, one muscle is weaker than it should probably be. Okay. And it's because, like, say that, you know, they tweak their knee, and so now they're overcompensating with this left leg instead of their right leg. So that their left glute is more developed than their right glute, something like that. Perfect. And so obviously, like, you'll have to figure out, you know, there's misalignments and, you know, like weak areas per se. When it comes to core though, a lot, and this is honestly anybody, I train almost everyone as they're an athlete, and I think you kind of do too, to where I do a lot of core engaging movements that are full body and functional, rather than saying, oh, we're gonna do core and abs today. Like, we do core and abs every day. So, like, for example, like when I'm training someone and so we're doing like a back day, right? Like, I'm gonna get them set up to where, you know, the hand on a bench, something like that, and we're doing like a single arm row. You have to obviously embrace your core from this weight pulling you down. You have to obviously engage your obliques. And you have to be able to make sure you keep that structure in your core and your spine the whole time. So I set up a lot of movements to be core engaging without honestly the client even knowing it. So like they're like, oh my God, my abs are coming in. And we haven't done any abs yet. I'm like, oh, we have, just you don't think we've been doing abs. So I kind of sneak them in a little bit. It's kind of, in a way, like what I do, I thought as a trainer, I sneak in what they need by giving them what they want. And I think that's like the golden rule of a trainer. Like, you gotta make the client happy and give them what they want to do, but you have to also sneak in what they need to do. They don't want to do all at the same time. So for me, core is one of those things I always sneak in without them even kind of knowing it. Like we do, like, you know, like ipsilateral, contralateral stuff. You know, like I'll make them do like, you know, a single arm press. So obviously you have to hold this here, you press, like you're gonna feel it immediately, feel your obliques. We have like obviously a weight on this side versus the other, because you can't obviously fold. So like little stuff like that, single arm presses, single arm like squats. What would you tell obviously like someone that's older? It's like, oh, you know, I got a family now. I'm married for 30 years. I don't care how I really look per se anymore. Like I don't care about. I got the girl. I got the fan. I got the life. I'm good.
Well, that's
so. It's like, what's the motivation to work out now, right?
That's it too. And I've had this conversation a bunch of times, and that's the key word: the family. I said you're doing a disservice to your family by not doing this. You know, don't. You know, it's and now it's okay to be selfish. You're like, it's like, because some of these guys, they're, fantastic fathers, fantastic husbands, worked their ass off their whole life, provided for their family, done everything right, and almost feel guilty now to be like,
Take some time for themselves.
yeah, I'm taking,
work on
I'm
me.
going to take, an hour to go train by myself.
What they don't realize is working on themselves is now you're influencing your family and setting the standard, right?
100%.
Setting the standard. Now you're that example of like, this is what you're supposed to be like when you're my age.
Yep.
And so you're influencing like not only your wife, but also your kids to take up a more healthier lifestyle, feel better and look better. And like without even like telling them to do it, it's like, no, don't tell your kids to go work out. You go work out and let them watch you do it.
Yep.
And that's going to influence them to do it on their own.
That's the only thing they want. They just want you to be alive. And I've seen it too.
That's the shit right there, man. It's disrespectful to anyone else, but you're honestly, don't even think about yourself. It's disrespectful to your family to not work on you. Because you're the one that's going to leave them
100%.
Alone to fend for themselves, and you could have stayed an extra 10, 20, 30 years if you just would have worked on yourself and not been a lazy piece of shit.
And then also, too, like you said, influencing the family. When the families train together, that creates, that's all I'm saying, too.
Yeah.
The family that trains together stays together, especially the couples. But a father-son workout can't be a father-son workout. That's the best, That's the best,
awesome.
Yeah.
Big fan.
My mobility is it needs to be improved.
No, as everyone's.
Yep.
I think that's one thing right there. My mom's a yoga instructor, and
Yep.
if it wasn't for her, kind of like giving me that influence to do it more often, I wouldn't do it as much as I do now. But I swear,
100%.
it is the secret weapon.
That's what I tell people.
It's the most annoying thing in the world to do, but like,
stretching,
oh my God.
Absolutely.
But it's
almost just schedule it.
It unlocks a new level of you.
Put it in your calendar.
It unlocks
10-minute
a new
stretch.
level. People all the time come to me about back problems. Lower back problem, my lower back hurts, lower back tight. I tell them all the time the number one thing that saved me. Like I couldn't, nothing. Chiropractors, went to spine specialists, doctors, got MRIs, everything. Nothing helped me. I did yoga for 2 weeks. Gone. I'm telling you, like my back pain is non-existent anymore.
And when I
stop doing yoga, that's when it comes back.
And the word I use, which I'll steal from your name, it's humbling, super humbling.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because you can come in the gym and lift 1,000 pounds, and you go to a yoga studio and you can't move. Yeah.
You can't hold a warrior too from where you're like shaking.
I was good. Yeah.
Hey, appreciate y'all guys. If you enjoyed this whole entire episode, anything about it, obviously like, comment, subscribe. Again, this is Scott. I'll put his Instagram here. Any questions, 50+, this is your guy. See y'all next time, guys. Keep going.